Hi everyone, this is Jay Beeks and welcome to your Equity, Justice, and Sustainability SOS 310 course. I'm looking forward to this class and getting to know all of you. I've had some experience with it before, but it's still a learning experience as I go on here. As you know by now, there is no text for this course. All the materials are furnished. There are, however, many good resources out there on environmental ethics and many more on the broader subject of justice, and again, even more on the subject of sustainability. One of the resources I use is Environmental Ethics, Readings in Theory and Application by Pogeman and Pogeman, which is a good resource that's been around for quite a while. And then if you want to get into the broader subject of sustainability, this ends up being a good resource as well. So Sustainable World, it's also been around for a while. But there's no end of resources out there for a course like this, and just the enormous subject of ethics goes all the way back to Plato, as we'll soon discover. Most of my teaching background has been in graduate courses in sustainability at various schools. A lot of those courses have been in the MSL program here at Arizona State University. And I like those courses quite a bit. I focus on leadership. I teach a Leadership 1, 2, and 3 course in the MSL program. And then I also co-teach the capstone courses for the MSL program. But I'm now working full-time in the School of Sustainability. And this is one of the courses that I picked up. So I'm very happy to be here. It's definitely by my choosing. It's not something that I was asked to do. I really wanted this course, but I do enjoy all these courses. If it has something to do with sustainability, it's something I really like, whether it's a graduate or undergraduate course. And I think you're all going to get a lot out of this. It's a broad subject. We're going into a lot of different areas here, but I think you'll be interested in the subject of climate justice and the inequity for many developing countries, as well as the inequity of the poor. In this country, some of the minorities are seeing inequity, environmental inequity. They're getting a lack of environmental justice, but that tends to affect more so the poor neighborhoods. All of us are somewhat at the whims of powerful interests and across the world, powerful countries such as the United States. My personal interest is in the justice for other species and equity for them, and in the protection of ecological systems. And as we start to get into this course, you'll see that I've created many assignments on this, and I've provided some additional material on this. Aldo Leopold in particular, but quite a few others that I've thrown in here. And personally, I've published a couple of papers on externalities with an emphasis on how human behaviors, such as our consumption patterns, threaten other species and natural ecological systems. And in these papers, there's an emphasis on human activities that include our consumption activities in particular. And we'll get into that in this course as well. But ultimately, it has an awful lot to do with consumption. So again, this course is really packed with resources. I just finished around recently, and I try to keep up the reading and read it over as much as I can. And I can see the challenge for the students, but it's also a challenge for me. Not only grading the papers, but making sure I'm fresh on the reading material too. But we'll start out with justice and touch on species rights, and then we'll move into the main subject, study of sustainability. So those are kind of the three sections. We then examine incorporating justice into sustainability, and I think most of you decided this needs to happen. In week 5, we examine urban sustainability and justice, and the following week we go right to the heart of the issue that we face today, which is climate justice. The final week is largely devoted to your final paper, of course. However, as we dive into intergenerational and intragenerational ethics, carbon taxes and war on climate justice, along with some of the hard decisions we need to make going forward, all those things are going to be wrapped into the very end of the course. We were looking at the teachings of many great philosophers and some great thinkers. Some of them I think you'll be enamored by, as I have been, but we'll go all the way back to Plato. We'll move forward to Peter Singer, who's a favorite of mine, Martin Luther King, and then again I've mentioned Aldo Leopold as well, but there's many that we've got thrown into this course. So I think you're all going to enjoy it. Be prepared for some brisk reading, and I know you'll get some valuable information out of this course that will serve you well into the future and for the rest of your lives. In many aspects, it's going to help you as change agents, which I say that to all the sustainability students, that if you're studying sustainability, that means you really need to be a change agent. That's what it's all about. It's about changing human behavior, changing the behavior of others, and many people are entrenched in their way of thinking, and so a lot of the information you're getting they don't have, but it's going to be your job as a change agent to try to educate them. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm pretty available by email, and if you can't give me my email, you can also call me, and I'll see you all soon in class.